I'm getting ready to make Beauveria Bassiana for field application in my grove, and this is how I normally do it. These orange caps have 350 milliliters of water and 8.4 grams of potato dextrose broth, PDA. This one here with the green cap, I'm testing something new. It has, from I read my notes, 312 grams of water and 7.4 grams of potato dextrose broth, and this one has 38 grams of coconut water. So we are going to test this to see how it goes, follow standard procedure for preparing PDA broth media. There's plenty of videos to teach you how to do this online. Each of these flasks have a magnetic stir, so we will do some of it, and I'll show you the whole process of making growing Beauveria Bassiana. So we're going to sterilize this. We're going to take them out later on, and we're going to inoculate them after sterilization for 25 minutes in a pressure cooker. We are now going to remove the media from the pressure cooker. We are going to still a little bit slightly warm. We're going to wait a couple more hours before it gets cool. I have the Beauveria Bassiana here. Very nice and healthy plate. This is made with potato dextrose agar with some antibiotics. So it's very clean. There's no bacteria here, and that's what you want to propagate. Now we're going to put some alcohol and clean it before we remove the protective tape. While this dry, maybe some of you are wondering, what am I using for caps? And it's a standard GL45 cap. I drill a half-inch hole in it, and I put one of these filters which come with glue and makes a very nice protection and lets this culture breathe a bit. We remove the sealing tape from this. We have a beautifully colonized. Make sure these are open, and open. Some alcohol in my hands. I think that small piece of this, like 2 centimeters, square centimeters, should be enough to colonize one plate. Is it gonna slice it in? This is a very rich plate. You could see the spores spreading already inside the liquid. This is the coconut added, coconut water added. We're gonna take a piece from here. We cover this back up, and basically inoculation is done. Now we're going to move them and stir it a bit. We let it mix well as fast as we can for like a couple of minutes or less, and then we'll put it to rest here where we'll be for 15-20 days until they're done. We're going to do this process every day. We're going to stir. Some days we may not do it. I will take you through the process of doing this and how they start developing a crust full of cornelias. This is how they look on day one. We'll follow it every couple of days from now on. We are on day 4. Day 1, 2, and 3, we place these bottles on the stirrer and really shook up the interior. Today we checked them and they do have a good volume of mycelium growing. And now you could clearly see it's beginning to sporulate and form a crust on the top surface. That's really nice. And the coconut is doing just as good or maybe a little bit better. This is day 7. They're building a very strong crust and sporulating even in the side of the glass. Very thick coating of spores. We are on day 10 of this Beauveria culture. Very thick, clean. At this stage of the evaluation, I see the coconut flask underperforming. So, which is contrary to what I read in that research paper, which overperformed by almost 50% more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare another flask with a little more nutrition. I will list exactly what this has. I'm going to use a brand new plate of this beautifully colonized Beauveria Bassiana in front and back, so clean. So I'm going to use a smaller piece to colonize this, and then we're going to put it inside a shaker for a few days, totally covered in dark, and then we'll take it back out to the bench and we'll see how it performs with a little bit more nutrition inside. This is the 15-day evaluation. They have a very thick crust now. This one here is the best. This one is the last, which is the coconut, but it's very fluffy, very clean. I think it's ready to, very fluffy, very clean. I think it's ready to be applied. Today, on day 17 of the growing process, they look to me like they're ready to be taken to the field. I don't want to wait too long to avoid any future contamination. The process, I'm going to tell you now because I'm not going to do it here. Beauverias are known for like spreading everywhere, so I don't want to do this in my clean room. I'm going to do this in the garage, but this is the process. I'm going to put the liquid here in the blender. I'm going to add some distilled water. I'm going to blend it, put it in this big jar, which is what I'm going to take to the grove for distribution. Very simple. we need to make sure that the metallic stirrer does not fall into the blender. So get the liquid out. This is amazing. It's like a thick, leathery carpet. Let me steer it behind. Interesting. It's supposed to be stainless steel. And it's magnetic. I think we're going to put a little water, still water, in here. Cover it. We are already here with the Beauveria Bassiana mix that we made. Now the process is going to be, we're going to filter through 600 mesh, then 400, then 200, and then 100, and will be put into this tank with some water, and we're just going to run it through the irrigation system. We're going to start the filtering process first with a 600. So we just shake this well, and then just put it right in here. Very little left on the 600, which means we broke up most of the spores. Oh, this is really good. Hardly anything here left. And I'm just going to take some of this water that I have the polysorbate and put a little bit in it to see if I could push some of those spores down. Perfect. See, this is going to go under a tree now because a lot of spores there. I don't want them to clog my filter, but I don't want to waste them either. Now we're going to do the 400, and hopefully it slows down with the 200, so we just want to help it a little bit by doing this with the paddle. And finally we do the 100. Which is definitely going to be a little slower, but it needs to get done. This is ready, and away it goes here. Stir it a little bit. turn the pump on, and I'll be ready to go.